I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Have made a major appointment here. What's your take on it?
Yeah, I think once we saw the lineups, this was fairly predictable.
Of all the grand stadia in world football, none more impressive than... So it's down to business here. Well, Richard Goff's in the side today, and it's hard to argue that he is one of the finest centre-backs to come out of the Scottish game.
Yeah, I got to go along with that. When you look at his achievements and his longevity, the figures speak for themselves. And of course, he's a man who many look to for inspiration and leadership. Really solid guy.
Vas. Valencia. Caicedo. Jonathan. Calvin Verdonk. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Estupinian. Caicedo. Played towards the front men. Dix. Looking up to see who wants it. Vas. Caicedo. Oh, they can break here. And he's escaped his man. Vas. Reckless challenge. He could be in trouble here. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, look, they're clearly very keen to prevent him from taking the physical higher ground. They're fighting fire with fire.
Gets up to head it! Decent enough try. Torres. Now the pass. Half an hour played now. Takes the long option. Well won. He knew what he had to do and he did it well. Looking to play it into the box. Tries to hold on to it, but he's not having it easy. Valencia. Vas. Caicedo. Offside, I think. Yes, it is.
Yeah, this is clearly a well-drilled, coordinated defence, a team within a team.
Jonathan. Dix. With a definite foul there. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, there's been absolutely nothing for either set of supporters to cheer about as yet. Let's hope there'll be some sort of magic after the restart.
0-0 the score, and we're just about done. A deeply frustrating game.
Expectation subsides and the action begins.
And the second half gets underway. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, that'll certainly improve their mood. All the talking, both tactical and motivational, in that half-time dressing room seems to have paid off, for the moment at least.
He's still got it, needs help. Having a look. Oh, just wide.
Well, he eluded any potential markers with a nicely timed run and header, and he very nearly made it count.
Jonathan. Calvin Verdonk. Brings the ball forward. Calvin Verdonk. He's left his man. Keeper's ball. Caicedo. Vas. He's picked him out. What a hit. The save was firm.
Oh, looked deliberate to me.
The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Into the box. That's a good win, really necessary. He's off on a marauding run. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise. And he should have made it 4.
Listen, it's always a long way out to try something like that, but he did pretty well. Decent try.
Torres. Estupinian. And it's back. Vas. Caicedo. Rising over the bar.
Well, that was a stunning effort, but he didn't quite get the accuracy on it.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Dix. Izquierdo. Dix. Jonathan. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, it was only a matter of time. He has to get involved, especially up front, and make things happen.
Vas. Caicedo. Oh, great chance! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort. Hoisted towards the area. And he can't put it away.
Well, he knows more than anyone what a great chance from close range, and that header really should have been in the net.
Vas. He's gone long. That intervention was very necessary. Surely this will be the last chance. And the break is on. Has been given offside.
Well, if the defensive pushing up is accompanied with the right pressing, offsides are going to be commonplace.
Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Caicedo. And that is the last effort of the game. So it's ended in a draw, draft and graft and everything apart from a winning goal that never came. An intriguing contest and a result which at least partly satisfies all.
Look, to be honest, this wasn't a great game. Both teams unable to find the net. They just cancelled each other out.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way... So it's down to business here. Well, Richard Goff's in the side today, and it's hard to argue that he is one of the finest centre-backs to come out of the Scottish game.
Yeah, I got to go along with that. When you look at his achievements and his longevity, the figures speak for themselves. And of course, he's a man who many look to for inspiration and leadership. Really solid guy.
Jay Idzays. Romani. Oh, great chance! That's brave goalkeeping, really decisive. Oh, good steal, he just read it. He's gone long. That's not going to make it. Marmoush. Hegazi. Got a shot away! Just a whisker away.
Well, he didn't really get hold of that one. It was a weak effort in the end.
Pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. He's on a charge, but he's on his own for now. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise. Dix. Jonathan. Crossbar comes to the rescue. Looking for a decent ball in. Breaks on here. Racing over the bar.
Well, that was a stunning effort, but he didn't quite get the accuracy on it.
Good defending, he knew he had to be stopped. Dix. 15 minutes till half-time. Gets on the end of it. Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's a confident boy and you'd expect him to try anything, but that was way off.
Jonathan. Delivers across. Gone back to the keeper. Jay Idzays. Gets into some space. And out to safety. Looking for space out wide. Hegazi.
Still level, but just 5 minutes to go to half-time.
Has it in a wide position, so what next? Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Looking up to see who wants it. Neni. Looking for a decent ball in. Cuts it back. Goes through the middle. And there's the end of the first half. What have we learned for the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's been a really cagey affair. Neither side's able to find the net. Both keepers wouldn't mind a clean sheet, I'm sure, but I'd really love to see a goal.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. So, deadlock still as the second half begins. Gets rid without sophistication. Jonathan. Tries to get some whip on it. And he's escaped his man! Oh, it's come off the upright.
You know, he's managed to fire a decent shot in there. Better look next time.
Neni. Well, that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Tries to hold on to it, but he's not having it easy. Timely intervention. Shooting chance! Hegazi. Dix. Looking for options. Neni. Marmoush. Are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, he's missed some really gilt-edged chances out there, and the more he missed, the more confidence he lost.
It's on a plate. Jonathan. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And he's cut it out. A whisker high.
That set up beautifully for him, and the shot wasn't far off either.
Romani. He's picked him out. Tries the cut back. And he's escaped his man. Does well to keep hold of it. Marmoush. El Neni. Jonathan. Romani. Oh, they've broken out here, and this could be the moment. Oh, good work. He was quick to see the danger. He's through the middle. Flings in across. Oh, there was plenty on that.
Well, that was a nice ball from the wing, but they failed to make the most of it.
Jonathan. El Neni. Romani. The whistle has gone, and it is all over. So nothing between them after all of that, and you can't really argue with the result. Neither manager too unhappy with the outcome, and the fans really well entertained.
I think they've been one of the best teams of the tournament so far.
So it's down to business here. Well, Richard Goff's in the side today, and it's hard to argue that he is one of the finest centre-backs to come out of the Scottish game.
Yeah, I got to go along with that. When you look at his achievements and his longevity, the figures speak for themselves. And of course, he's a man who many look to for inspiration and leadership. Really solid guy.
Has been caught there, it's a foul. Gets on the end of it. Oh, that's brilliant! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight.
There's just not a lot more you can say about a midfielder like that. His play is full of class, style and great goals.
Romani. Dix. Jay Idzays takes the long option. Was typically well positioned. Oh, that's clever. Jonathan. Are very keen on the aerial route.
Look, if you're good at it and instructed to carry on doing it, then you find a way of making it work, and they are.
He's on a charge, but he's on his own for now. Calvin Verdonk. Timely intervention. Positions himself well and cuts it out. Ah, that's a super piece of goalkeeping. Well won, he knew what he had to do and he did it well. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. And it's hoisted clear. Dix. Jonathan. Back to the keeper and try something new. Oh, great chance! No way through there. Jonathan. Dix. Goes long. Are ahead here, but it's a fragile lead. Calvin Verdonk. Gets rid without sophistication. Are found wanting again as the first half draws to a close.
Well, it hasn't exactly gone to plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
The happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. That gets things going for the second half. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
We've got to see a real determination and purpose now if this deficit is to be recovered. No holding back and being patient about this challenge. It's time to roll the sleeves up and go for it.
It's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Deflected! And he just whacks it away. A chance to play it in. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Swung over into the middle. Crosses it. Romani chooses to go back. Dix, almost an hour gone. Plays it out wide. Good clearance and very necessary. That's good intervention. Things could have got far worse than that. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Away from immediate danger. And he's there to hoof it away. Romani. Calvin Verdonk. Out towards the flank. 75 minutes played. Looking to get within range. Keeper's ball. Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Oh, look.
They're clearly very keen to prevent him from taking the physical higher ground. They're fighting fire with fire.
Making two changes as we speak.
Well, he's missed some really gilt-edged chances out there, and the more he missed, the more confidence he lost.
Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there. And he's escaped his man! With a gorgeous ball to set up the chance. Pity it's been wasted.
He's on great form today and he's willing to try anything. That was a brilliant strike.
Keeper gets just about enough of it. And it's hoisted clear. Plays it over to the other flank. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle.
Simply put, they lacked any sort of hunger and determination to advance. They didn't show any sense of urgency, even when disaster loomed.
You know, after the goal, I thought they had time on their side to get back into this match, but that stubborn opposition defence, they always looked that little bit too strong.
Well, that's the lot for now. Thanks to you, Jim, and goodbye.